Good afternoon, everyone. Maybe it's good evening. This is your boy, Hothead Kev, transman going through transition. It's Saturday. Today is the 21st. I think it's the 21st of March. I'm about to upload another video. Like I told you guys, my channel is more about educating people as to my transgender journey, transitioning from female to male. I have always known that something was different about me when I was growing up because most of my life I lived as a female, or I dressed as a female because that was how society saw it fit. And I was just going through the motions, living the way people think I should live, do the things people think I should be doing, and not being able to live for myself or how I felt as an individual. I wish I was able to come out a little sooner as a trans person because sorry about that. I wish I was able to come out sooner as a trans person because my family didn't really understand and they thought I was just a lesbian because I was having sex with women. Anyways, it was much more deeper than that. Last week I touched the topic who a trans person is, and I gave you the dictionary's definition. Today I want to touch a few more topics. For example, a cisgender. Cisgender is a person who still identifies by the gender they were given at birth. So if you were born a female, you still go by the she and her pronouns, then you are cisgender. If you're a male, you were born as a man, you were given male parts at birth, you still go by that gender, then you're a cisgender. A lot of persons don't really use that definition, or a lot of persons don't really use that word because they're not really aware of it. I want to touch a little about sexuality. What is sexuality? As defined by the dictionary, sexuality is an individual's sexual preference and orientation. Remember the keyword preference. This is how a lot of people think that your sexuality is a choice because you prefer it or you chose this. I often say I did not choose to be a trans man, but a lot of persons would not understand. It's the life I live because I was born this way. It's how I feel I was born this way, and I've been living like a man for the most of my adult life. A lot of people wouldn't understand that because they don't live the life. So, to each his own. Gender. What is gender? The roles of masculinity and femininity that we feel or are expected to play slash to perform based on our sex. So, as I go a little further into my presentation or my education channel, or the talk for today, because I'm just going to spend about 10 minutes, I will tell you more about gender. Let me go to gender inequality. Unequal perception, treatment, and status of a group based on their gender or category. A lot of time, persons in the LGBTQ face gender inequality because we are said to be different from others. It's okay to be different, even though I don't like using the word different to define us, but it's one of the easiest way to handle the situation when you are confronted by people and they think that you're weird. I would rather use the word different rather than the word weird. Intersex. Intersex is a term used to refer to people whose biological sex characteristics do not fit into the typical definition of male and female. Then the definition for sex, a term used to describe the biological and anatomical differences between females and males. So the sex that you were given at birth might not be the sex that you live by, and that's how you come by to be a transgender. I want to touch two more topics before I go into my presentation, because today I really want to touch on non-binary and binary, because last week in my presentation I defined the different type of persons that fit under the transgender umbrella, and I want to touch on binary and non-binary. So stereotype, is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. A lot of persons face stereotype on a daily basis because of their sexuality, because of their sexual preference or their choice or the way they live their life. Identity is one of the keywords that is causing a lot of chaos in the world right now. The way in which we uniquely define ourselves. Indeed, we can be identified by our fingerprints. Some students, or most students, are identified by their student number. Okay, so this is what has a lot of people confused. People are confusing your identity with your sexuality. Your sexuality is how you live, who you want to have sex with, who you have feelings for, and how you enjoy your sexual pleasures or your bedroom, practically. Your gender is what was given to you at birth or how you live your life, whatever role you choose. You want to be a female, you want to be a male, you want to be a they, you want to be a there, a there. There are so many different pronouns, there are different ways to express yourself. You are the only person who can decide who you are, and you're the best person to say who you are and represent you so people can learn you through you. Before you tell a person who you are, make sure you know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, then it's hard for you to represent yourself.